Hit the club and I ball. A lot of these niggas are out of their league. Smoking weed, sipping lean. In love for my city, my family, my team. Getting choked by these broads. Put them on track, run the train with the sport. I know killers and all. And they holding me up, they would not let me fall. I'm connected, I'm plugged in. You never know who my plug is.
Hey guys, this is St. Jimmy and welcome back. I know it's been a while, but there have been a lot of changes happening lately and my main computer just absolutely stopped being functional. But I'm back with my dad's laptop to help him get experience and for another Why I Can't Sleep at Night. Last time I talked about the realistic mysteries surrounding Lavender Town, and I'm going to stick with the realistic legends for now. I'm going to be talking about an old one that may very well have some serious truths to it. It is an arcade cabinet said to be released in the early 80s known as Polybius. It's a game with Tempest-style gameplay, which I'm going to show what's said to be Polybius footage. It contains flashing lights, so if you're photosensitive or epileptic, use your best judgment while watching this video. Now, the story of Polybius is pretty basic, with similarities ranging from slight to severe to Lavender Town. In 1981, in the Portland, Oregon area, a select few arcades got a new cabinet for their customers to play, a strange game called Polybius. It had Tempest-style gameplay, and for some reason there were lines out the ass to play this game. Lines reportedly went as far as outside the arcade itself to play this single machine. Eventually, people reported having headaches and nausea while playing the game. They reported seeing things, hearing things, namely a woman screaming. Hell, after playing, one person apparently became an anti-video game activist. You know those guys. Ones that like Pokemon Black and Blue. There were also reports of suicide and missing people, because it's not creepy until someone's dead, right? Soon it was reported that men in black suits would come to look at and record the cabinets for data. They never took money, just noted scores and play data and laughed. Not long after this began happening, Polybius disappeared. No one knows where the cabinets went. Only one person claims to have an original Polybius, and that person lives in Colorado. He posted some pictures that have no known origin and made a video as a joke about him finding a Polybius in an old garage and strange things happening. But nothing is exactly concrete evidence that this is a true Polybius. So that means it's fake, right? Not necessarily. As I said in the beginning, there are some truths to the myth that prove anything is possible. While no reports from the area have indicated anything of a deadly cabinet named Polybius, on November 29th of that same year in the Portland area, 12-year-old Brian Morrow went for the world record in asteroids by playing for over 28 hours. He quit after receiving stomach pains from anxiety and Coca-Cola. But years later, in 2012, a researcher named Catherine DeSpira found out that another guy received a migraine headache while playing. And this is where it gets fun. Tempest, during that same day in the same arcade. I believe in coincidences, but that one's strange. This arcade with what I'll call a related game to Polybius takes out 2 gamers in one day. Now, news of this coincidence began spreading like crazy. People believed games were evil and trying to control our minds. All kinds of nutjob theories went flying. It got to the point that, surprise, government agents began poking around arcades in the area to find out what was really going on. While they didn't find alien mind probes, they did manage to catch some arcade owners that were illegally modifying machines to have counters to give people in-store credit for things, which increased business. All this makes up Polybius. The story isn't exactly as fictitious as one would think. There are also more facts about Polybius and the government that also give more credit to the story. Polybius has German roots. The company who supposedly made it is called, and I'm going to get this wrong just for the viewers, Sinneschlaschen, which is pretty much translated to sense delete or sensory deprivation. During World War II, the Nazi scientists were focusing a lot of their experiments on the idea of mind control. When the war was over, the government had a decision: kill the scientists and research or adopt both. They chose to adopt it and turn it into a program to be named Project MK Ultra. These Germans were allowed to continue to experiment on mind control, as did our own private researchers on American soil. It evolved over the years to the point that they were reportedly drugging people with LSD to test that if it would give control of the mind. It is beyond highly possible that the government could have used a game to experiment on people with. There's proof that they have. Battlezone was an arcade game that mimicked the controls of actual military vehicles and was even sold to the military as a training device in 1980, a year before Polybius. Special copies of Doom 2 were used by the military in 1996 to include only certain levels to train ground troops. Another thing that's interesting about the development of the game is a very familiar name attached to it, Shigeru Miyamoto. Now, this was the time before Donkey Kong when Nintendo hadn't quite made their big break, and Miyamoto and his boss seriously wanted the money to put into Donkey Kong production. The US government came to Nintendo and had him make it. Now, if there's one thing people know about Miyamoto, he's a friendly, happy-go-lucky guy. The cheerful Miyamoto became dark and absorbed in himself, though, and when the project was done, handed over the supplies to make the game and refused to have anything else to do with it, instead focusing on completing and releasing Donkey Kong, Nintendo's first big seller. Now comes the part I flip-flopped on the whole video. Is it real? By actual physical evidence, it's about as real as Zelda 3. I'm not gonna lie though, I personally believe that there is something there, and that maybe Polybius was real, or something perhaps similar to it was. There's no concrete proof that this arcade cabinet exists. Save for this footage that I've been showing, and kudos to whoever came up with it, because if it's not real, it follows suit to mind warping capabilities well, and if it is real, well, kudos still, because you managed to procure actual evidence. What do you guys think? Is Polybius real or just another story to keep us from sleep at night? Post your opinions in the comments below. This has been Why I Can't Sleep at Night. Thanks for watching. Likes and subscribers are always appreciated. And thanks to everyone patient enough to stick around. I promise videos will come more frequently from now on. This is St. Jimmy, wide awake. Hey guys, it's St. Jimmy and we're starting something new to celebrate the new intro that I've neglected to talk about. I'm going to be doing end slates on Why I Can't Sleep at Night and other series that aren't Let's Plays. First off, I want to give a shout out to my boy Classic Beats from Georgia and his friend PC. Classic made the music for my intro and PC did the audio, and I'm really thankful for both of them for letting me use it. Links are in the description, check them out. I also like to thank my dad for his laptop, and I hope he got good experience helping me edit. Also, just a little update, I should be getting my own laptop soon, which won't have the wonderful viruses that are currently inhabiting my dinosaur. With that said, I do have other content for you guys to check out that came from the dinosaur and from recording with a friend. So I'm going to recommend some videos, which are the two you're seeing right now. The first one is another Why I Can't Sleep at Night, which is my Tails doll episode. It's definitely a strange experience working with something that I was genuinely afraid of for quite some time. The other video is my game of Star Fox 64 with Elusive Coin. He's a pretty cool guy, a great Pokemon player and speed artist. Check his channel out, links in the description. Thanks for the views. Peace, guys.